loves, and welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. I'm so glad you guys could be here. If you guys tried to tune in last weekend, sorry we couldn't be here. The weather had more ideas about the show last week, so thank you for joining me this week, the last Friday of June 2024. We are ready to blow this month out of the water and see what July has in store. Are you guys ready for that? Are you guys ready for a little bit of July, summer? We're in summer, full on summertime now. Full summertime. So how are you guys all feeling? What's the energy doing for y'all? What you guys all been experiencing? Fill me in. I need to know some things. I want to know how you guys have been feeling. Because let me tell you, last week, was it last week? Yes. Last week, when I was probably a good thing the show was canceled because I was tired. And then through the weekend, I just didn't feel good. I had a headache. I feel like it was a lot of, like, I'm going to call them ascension symptoms, you know. I noticed a lot of people are purging a lot, and I felt like that's what was happening. Like, it was purging last week. And then, you know, the week is rocking along and I'm doing great. And then all of a sudden last night, poof, I fall down. Right. And I hurt my knee and my leg a little bit. I'm good. I can still walk. I'm going to heal. But it's like, what is going on in your guys' life? If this is happening in mine, what is taking place in all of yours? I feel like these are all messages of some sort, all these things that are coming to us. Richard's going on. It starts his vacation today. Well, happy vacation, Richard. So yeah, so when we're sending out healing energy this evening, because I feel like we need to send out some healing energy, I would love to receive some of that for my right leg and knee today. So I want you guys to imagine all this energy that you guys are all a part of, right? We're all a part of all this different energy. Some things we can explain, some things we can't. Energy, we haven't found all the words to use all that yet. Wow, I'm being joined by a lot of energy people this evening. All right, you guys are calling them all in. They're all like circling in all around you, all around me, all around the people that are needing some extra healing right now to help them through this little hump that we might be in, and help us over to the other side. So sending out all that healing, loving vibration. Thank you, Richard, for that healing, loving, healing hug. You're the best. Appreciate you. Let's say hello to some of my lovey-doveys out here. I'm so glad you guys are here. We have Richard and Barbara and Robert. Hello, my loves. And Ruth is out here. Who else is out there? I think that's it so far. So thank you guys for being here. I know it's harder to get people to watch the... Oh, I froze up. Was that just on my end or your end? That was weird. Anyways, the energy's being wackadoo. So everybody ground yourself like beautiful flowers. You got your roots growing in the ground and your beautiful, you know, leaves and trunks or whatever you're growing is growing. So we can become these beautiful flowers that we're going to be this summer, because all of us are blossoming into something else, one thing after another. Barbara says, I had eyelid surgery last week, sat all week with ice packs on my face, laugh out loud, very introspective. I am doing very well. Yay! Good job. Glad to hear everything worked out well. Perfecto. Yeah, and I'm wondering if, you know, part of my falling down thing is to keep me from doing something I was going to do that I probably shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? Even though I don't know what that is. But anyways, there's always reasons behind everything. We just don't know what it is in that particular moment. So crazy days. We are in crazy days, aren't we? Aren't we in crazy days? Like things like, I feel like everybody out there, and I talk by out there, that doesn't necessarily believe in the spiritual realm or they're not connected to God, you know, they all seem to be like scrambling. You know what I mean? So you guys keep shining your light. This is super duper important, because the more we shine our lights, it's like the little zombies. I'm going to call them the little zombies. You know, they're just kind of like walking around and repeating everything that they're being told. So keep shining your light. Many more of them are awakening to who they are. They're starting to see a reality. Not all of them, of course, because I know a few that'll be lost forever, but that's their choice. That's their choice. That's their choice. Let's talk about choices. We all have choices. We all have choices. So we have to make sure that we're tapping in and making the most correct choices for ourselves, right? So being in tune, right? When we're in tune and we're using our intuition, right? It's like speaking to our higher selves, like, because we've done this before, and how many times? A lot of times, depending on how many of you, tap into this life or past lives, but it doesn't matter because it's all being rectified in this timeline. Like, this timeline was like super important. So it's like someone out there has some speaking truth they need to do, my friends. All right, so yeah. So truth is on the way. It's tapping into you. You guys are finding it, and it's lighting you lighter, brighter, and brighter, right? It's like going up to the lighthouse so you can show people where you are, even in the storm. Okay. So it's like you guys are doing magnificent work. So I'm super proud of you guys for all that you're doing. So continue on. We're all making the right choices. So, I can't always say that, right? I can't always say I made the right choices, but the choices that I have made in the past have given me the experience that I needed in this time, in this moment. So I do feel like that is significant. Okay, you guys. So know that everything that you guys have experienced is for a reason, whether you recognize it or not. So I feel like there's questions out there this evening. I feel like there are questions. Who out there is feeling like they have a question? I want to know questions tonight because I feel like there's something going on that somebody wants to talk about. Like, there's a subject. Like, I want you guys, it doesn't have to be formed in a question, but a subject. Give me a subject matter. This is odd. Why am I doing this? Oh, and then earlier in the car, I got the song in my head, Twist and Shout, by the Beatles back in the day. It brought back a lot of memories. So I don't know who I'm supposed to tell that to, but I know I was supposed to bring that up this evening on the show. So that's significant for somebody out there. Go look up the lyrics if you need to. Again, I don't feel like there's a ton of people out there right now, right this minute, but whoever is feeling this little throat chakra, little cloggy clog, I want you to see yourselves as clear vessels. Okay, this is how I want you to see you, because I want you to see yourself as clear. Again, this is upsetting somebody. All right, hold on here, people. Okay, so this is how I'm going to use the analogy. So I want you to picture yourself like you are made of glass, right? Rather than human flesh, right? You're glass. And I want you to be completely translucent so I can see through you. And, I don't know where I'm going with this, but why are we going to be glass? Anyways, there's something about the translucency of the energy. So someone needs to know that this evening. But also, throat, clear. Richard says, how my internet connection changed, went from fiber optic to air, got turned off 6/16, then ordered air on Thursday, and it came on Monday. Way to go. And by air, do you mean you're using like Starlink? Is that what you mean, Richard, that you're using? Hello, Sugar Kim. What's shaking? What's shaking? I want to know what's shaking with you guys. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough, my friends. All right. So, really, okay, since I don't know, this is a good time to talk about it anyways. It's good that the Robin, Marsha, and Tiffany are having a webinar tomorrow. You guys, for the lucky $11, you guys can join in on this. And it's about resolve and release unstable family imprints. Okay. And I feel like this is super important because I noticed something about this today. This is what made me bring it up. I will be busy, but there's many people that should probably show up for this, because like my boyfriend and his mother both we live in the same building, right? And I see the same imprints in her as I do in him. And I was like, I just really recognized it today when we were texting back and forth. And I was like, oh my God, you guys have the same mannerisms. I was like, what is going on here? Felt like sometimes you're like talking to the same people. So if you can't recognize maybe what they are, maybe this webinar is going to be the thing for you and help you break out of that shell you've kind of been in, right? Because imprints kind of keep you all like stuck, you know. So you can even picture it as like, you know, say it's like a little chip in you, and you know you're removing that. Like that's a program I don't need in my memory anymore. So I think it'd be very beneficial for anyone that's tuning in to look at the link that Tiffany put into on the screen there. You can sign up with Goldylocks Productions for tomorrow, the 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Some of you can really, 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 really use this. I'm going to put that out there. So thank you. Thank you for listening to my little story about that. But it's true. You know, because my parents have been gone for a long time. So I can still recognize some of the things that I say or do that are exact replica, maybe of something that they would have said or done, you know, and I was like, I was just my dad for a minute. You know what I mean? So maybe, you know, I've had a lot of time to work through all these things, but if you don't recognize them, maybe it's time for you to step up and check it out now. All right. Kim says she will check it out tomorrow. Perfect. It's right there in the little chat boxes for all of you guys. So you can get rid of the childhood trauma. And I mean, some people even in their 70s and 80s. Who was I just talking to yesterday? I think I was at my other job, and they were talking about something, and they were like, yeah, she just hasn't gotten over her mother. And I was like, oh, she still plays the victim card. You know what I mean? And I just want you all to know that we can play victim for a while. That's fine and good, but we have to pick ourselves up and be the survivor somewhere along the line. There's no one that's coming to save us or pick us up. We really have to do it ourselves. Okay, there can be assistance along the way, but really we have to stand up and really do it ourselves. Okay, and sometimes it's not always easy. And I don't know why the third thing's happening. This was not happening before. It needs to go. All right, so you guys definitely check that out tomorrow. I think that'll be a lot of fun for all of you. I'll get to watch the replay, so I'll see what all healing took place. And I'll be like, oh, that's so cool. Okay. All right, let's see what else I got going on for all of you before we get to the message part of all of this. Oh, and if you guys haven't noticed, I'm going to mention this right now. I think if you guys are going to be making tips and donations, I believe we have chopped off YouTube for now because of they're messing with us. So we're not going to accept any donations through that form of payment anymore. You're welcome to Venmo us. You're still welcome to Rumble Rant us over there, and any other way on BitChute and X. You know, I think you have to use Venmo because I'm not sure of the payments over there. And if you are watching on BitChute, thank you. This is one of the first nights I'm going live over there. Tiffany has just worked it out this week for us. So we're going live in a bunch of different places now. For me, I'm on my Facebook live. What else am I on? We're on Twitter. We are on YouTube. We are on, what else are we on? Rumble, and now BitChute too. So we're on a whole different places. So find your favorite platform and watch. So thank you. Appreciate all you guys. And she did throw up my Venmo up there so you guys know who I am and how to find me. So that's lovely. All right. Kim says, darn, YouTube, why are they messing with you? Because they're YouTube. That's the best way I can answer it. We're not going to get into all of that so we don't get cut off. But you guys can always do it through Venmo or whatever. So that's fine too. Good night, Richard. Have a lovely night at work. Work hard, make lots of money. But I thought it was your vacation. Didn't he just say it was your vacation? Or does it start tomorrow? Hello, Devin. Hello, Devin. Ah, shine bright. Yes, my friend. With the corn that's 6 feet high. You crack me up every year when you're standing next to your stuff. I'm like, wasn't that faster than last year? And I keep thinking that to myself. I was like, isn't that taller than last year? So, Devin, have you noticed that your corn or your production is like, what have you noticed about it? Because, I mean, it looks beautiful. I mean, you can tell you love the land because it looks so amazing because you're already standing in, I would assume you're at least 6 feet tall. So that's what I'm saying. Keep growing and moo. Keep feeding the cows. Awesome. 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 Yeah. So what else is there to share? There's so much energy going on right now. You guys are sending out a lot of healing, and I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I can feel it in my knee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, sending out that healing to anyone within the universe of us that needs this assistance is welcome to this energy and healing. They have a choice if they want to accept it or not. And have you noticed some people are getting like really, this is something I've noticed with people I've had to interact with this week too, that some of them are pretty stubborn, like really just stubborn. And they like start talking to you like they're yelling at you. And I have to go like, why are you yelling at me? And they're like, I'm not. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you are. So maybe you need to check yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people are just kind of like all like little itchy scratchy, And good Lord, oh my God, the people in traffic, bubble up around all of those that travel in their cars because some of these people think they're on a racetrack or something and trying to bob in. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. But anyways, I've seen some crazy stuff today, and people think their entitlement is their thing. But anyways, I don't know why I'm bringing all that up. People must be traveling. We are getting into a holiday week. 4th of July, Independence Day is on its way, coming this Thursday. Holy cow. We're going to be in July in just 2 days. And then I am praying for a beautiful Independence Day for all, so that we can all enjoy the freedoms and liberties that we were all born to be in this sovereign being that we are. Right. So we're going to send out that vibe, because we're getting tired of the stuff that's happening and we want to get to the next part. So, but it's important that many people be aware of all of it so that we can move forward. The truth has to still roll out, my friends. It's rolling. And that's kind of like wavy too. Oh, Barbara's my first Venmo. Thank you, Barbara. You're the best. Let me write your name down so I don't forget. Barbara, thank you for the $10. Much, much, much appreciated. More than you will ever know in this moment. Woo! All right. So just trying to keep it profitable. Well, you're doing it. You're doing it. Right. Well, it'll always be profitable because we'll always need food. Oh, you're the best. You're the best. But do you have like a chart that you show, like, because I sometimes I like data and sometimes I don't, but it was like 3 feet tall in 1992, on July 4th or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking for some kind of data that I don't need. Oh, sorry about that. Yes. Okay. All right. I don't know where those are. All right, you guys. So, all right. So the amount of energy and the entities, I'm going to call them entities for a lack of a better word at the moment, all your loved ones, all your team from the other side, because some of them have had lives and some of them have always just been energy imprints of light, love, joy. But anyways, there is a lot of assistance going around lately. And it's funny because this hasn't happened to me in a while, but the last I'm going to say the last week, Archangel Michael keeps showing up for me. And he's showing me his big wings, and he's just showing me the wings, and it's like about to take flight. He reminds me of an eagle ready to take off, okay? So there's something that's coming that is going to allow us to take flight, okay? That's what I'm getting, because it's getting time for us to take flight. And it's funny because I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but I pay attention to a lot of different things in life. I'm like the jack of all trades, master of none. I got a little knowledge of everything, which makes me a little bit dangerous. Okay. But it's like I'm feeling it now as I'm talking to you. But our shoulder blades, right? Our shoulder blades. To me, they have been wings, which may have been clipped in this body, whatever you want to call it, right? You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like they are opening, right? Opening. And then as I was thinking about this week, right? Because when I had met, I have to talk about this too. So way back when I first started doing all these classes and teaching, and I was still learning and teaching at the same time, because when you learn something, you can teach it, right? So you guys have to remember that. You guys are not just learners, you guys are also teachers. So what is it that you need to teach others? But in the process of me learning and teaching, and I had this one gentleman come to an event. It might have been a message gallery or something. And as soon as I went to him to give him a message, I was like, yes, it was my left shoulder blade, right under the scapula, right under there. You could feel like there was something there. And I'm like, oh, he's triggering something in me. And it took me a while to figure it out, because we are all going through stuff. You don't know. It could be physical or whatever. And you start to learn more about tapping in and stuff. Well, I had to learn about the attachment to this dude, right? Because that's where that pain came from. And once I cut that guy out of the life, out of the situations, because there was a learning experience there. But anyways, that brings me to what I saw today, or maybe yesterday. But as part of something that people are doing to, let's say, modify their bodies because they're not happy with the way it is, they are now doing something, I guess maybe it's to men's clavicles or something, to put your chest out further or whatever. So our bodies have been manipulated with for so long. We cannot consent to that anymore. Okay, we have to consent to love, light, healthy bodies, ingesting things that are healthier for us rather than all the poisons that we've been given in this lifetime. Because there's a ton, then you wonder why we have so many health issues here, right? So the healing energy that I talked about earlier. All right, now who's feeling that in their third eye? All right, we're going to send out a lot of healing energy to everyone that's just joined. So thank you guys for being here. That energy is to clear out that third eye, that crown, definitely that throat chakra, which is much better than before, that moved up here to the crown. So who out there has just joined in, who is not ready to see what they are supposed to see? I feel like this is a self-made block. All right, so Marsha Morris is out there, and Lanka, hello. You almost forgot to join. Watching nephew play his VR game. How was everybody? Yay! Well, I'm glad you guys could be here. Yay, 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 yay. All right, so the third eye. You guys, I'm feeling that in the third eye. All right, Chi, you're number 3, girl. I didn't even see you pop on here. Thank you. You're number 2 today. Thank you. You are my second Venmo for $10. You guys are rocking it this evening. I love you guys. Yay. Thank you. Much needed. All right. So where was I going with all that? The third eye, the healing energy that we were sending out earlier. Again, I am receiving some this evening for my fall that I had last night on my right leg. So thank you all for that healing. It feels so much better since we started this hour, because that healing energy is going to be going for the hour plus. So I'll be feeling this all night. All of you will be feeling this all night. It's going to be quite amazing. So all of you are connecting into your highest self, healing into healers past, present, and future. And we are just on this healing path, blazing our way forward, healing anything that's wrong within the physical, emotional, or spiritual body that needs correction to help you move forward in this moment. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to break free of a belief system or something that may no longer be for your highest and best self. There's a lot of change and a lot of shift that's going to be coming forward, and you all need to be ready in whatever your ready means. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for all of you. Thank you. Again, healing energy going out everywhere. It's curling around things, and it's going around things that it doesn't need to touch. Okay, because there's some people that are so shut off. They're like, no. I have a few of those people in my life. But hey, it's a lesson for everybody. It's a lesson for everybody. All right, so since we're close enough to the half-hour mark, we're going to have a word from my sponsor, Miss Beautiful Marsha Morse of Feng Shui in My Space. If you guys want to change up the energy in your home, your office, heck, your RV, whatever you got that has energy inside of it, and if there's something I'm missing, Marsha, throw it in the chat that I should add that they can re-energize their stuff. Just clean up the energy in your house. This is a great time to do it. We just got through spring cleaning, which I'm actually still in the process of doing. I'll probably be doing it through summer. A lot of purging to do. But it's time to, clean up your space and your energy. So this is a beautiful time to check out fengshuimyspace.com. Check her out. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Check out fengshuimyspace.com. Thank you, Marsha Morse, for being a beautiful sponsor of my show. Much appreciated. Check her out, guys. Change up the energy in your house. It's important. It's important. All right, you guys, I have 2 donations so far. So we're going to start out with those 2 messages first. And then we are just going to roll on from there. Okay. So the next 30 minutes is going to be about spiritual messages, whatever. If you guys have a question you want answered, make sure you put it in the chat box. Let's get to maybe something that you really want to know about or tap into, or the energy about it, or, whatever it might be. Whatever it might be, my friends. Okay. So we got Barbara and Chi first. So Barbara, Miss Beautiful Barbara. This is so funny. Okay. So Barbara, you're still working on something. And it may be that introspection that you just went through just recently, right? But I feel like you have better, clearer vision. I also feel like there are 1, 2, 3, 4 things that you're working on. The first one is the biggest one. The other 3 are kind of about equal in priority. So there's something that you're working on that is your highest priority right now. And it could go either way, but it's like whatever your passion is. So it has to be within your passion. I also feel like there is a lot of information that's being channeled to you. So whether you're taking notes or not, I feel like the notes would be important. I feel like the downloaded information that you are receiving in this time and space is most certainly important for yourself and for others. Don't be afraid to make a post about it on Facebook and share it with the public. You don't have to say it's from you. You can just use it as a phrase or a quote, or find a picture that goes with it, or whatever. I feel like there's some kind of message that you're supposed to be putting out in that way. Also, your business is going to be picking up. I feel like there's more people around this summer. So I don't know if you're like in a touristy area and people come in for only the summer, and then they, leave and maybe go to Florida or something. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people around you. I feel like there's a lot of people in your neighborhood, and I feel like they're walking around, and some of them are chatty and some of them aren't, I don't know. There's a lot of like energy going on there. A lot. Okay. And also art. So I don't know if you've been painting as of late. I know you've been busy doing other things, but I feel like artwork is calling you back too. I feel like there's a message there. And it could be something like what I do, and it's just like all sloppy, and it's just like it says a message. Like there's a message. Like there's a message. I keep getting there's a message in the art. So look for the message in the art, Barbara. I'm gonna leave that with you, darling. All right. She says, any guidance? I am looking work and also assisting my mother in finding housing. Okie dokie. Let's see what we can do about that or find out about that, Chi. All right. Okay, so do you want to stay where you are? And is that where you're looking for a job? Or are you looking for a job outside of your location? And also finding a place for looking for an assisted for my mom in housing. Okay. So, ooh, that's funny. That just fell right on my lap. Okay. So, because I'm seeing a couple different scenarios here. Okay. Because there's options. I feel like there's options, and I'm not sure if you've weighed out all your options yet. Okay. Because I'm seeing that there's a door over here, and I feel like I just want to start out and say everything's going to be just perfect. You guys are going to find the right channels and all that stuff, but I don't feel like you've applied for the right job yet, because I don't know if it's in the right location. I feel like there's something about moving. Like, I don't know if you just recently moved or you want to move. All right. You are open to relocating. Okay. So then put in your applications in the new location that you want to locate to, because then I feel like things fall into place. Okay. And then if you're assisting your mother with housing, are you guys living together now? I feel like this is something you guys definitely have to talk about and straighten out. So is it assisted living housing or just housing in general? Does she want to stay in the same location? I mean, there's options. And I feel like sometimes we feel like we're stuck and we have to stay when really it's time to go. So I'm getting a little bit of that feeling for you, Chi. But also, again, I feel like you need to apply for something higher than you think that you're qualified for, because I also feel like you're more qualified than what they're looking for. So just apply up. Okay, apply up. And don't be afraid to ask for what you feel like you deserve too, because I feel like there's negotiations and all of that. Assisted living. We are not living together. Okay. Gotcha. Well, then find the right location. Find the right location. I'm getting that you're pretty much going to be, dictated to by whatever insurance coverage you have and things of that sort. So just play out your options. Look in different towns, look in different areas, or look close to wherever you're going to be relocating to. Okay, so put it out there. Say, I want to live in XYZ, and I'm going to apply for 20 jobs and see what happens. Because let me tell you, people are hiring out there, but you have to find the right connection. So I'm getting that for you, Chi. And also, relocating feels really good for you. Like, I don't feel like you have deep roots where you are right now. So I don't feel like you want to stay. And I feel like this kind of gives you a little bit of a headache as we're talking about it. So it might be a little stressful. They're saying to release the stress, you know, and I say this a lot of times, you know, just get out the fresh piece of paper. Okay. And let's say I want to live. Okay. Let's use me for an example for this hot minute, because the first time I ever visited Sarasota, Florida in 1994, I'm like, I could live here. Like, this feels like home to me. Like, I can live here. And I moved. Okay. I found a reason to move a year and a half later. Okay. But it's like, you have to put it out there where you want to be going. Okay. Like, what feels like home to you, or where do you want to experience your next adventure? Okay. That's what I'm getting for you. So Chi, don't worry about it. Things are looking up for you, but apply outside your little bubble that you've created wherever you are right now. So outside the bubble, like a bigger city, or, you know, outside of a bigger city, or I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of job you want. I'm getting there's a plethora of options. So whatever your skill sets, and then above. Okay, above. Hey, Robin. What's happening? What's happening? All right, so I'm going to leave that with you, Chi. Thank you. Barbara says, wow, thank you so much. Yes, I started painting again. I also signed up for a weekend workshop. Good energy for sure. Appreciate you so much. Awesome. Awesome. Hello, Pooja. I'm so glad you're here too. So glad you guys are all joining us today. Boop, boop, boop. Did I miss any of you? I don't think I missed any more of you. Kim says, I wrote that in a travel journal when I was 15 about Lake Tahoe. See? That's amazing. Yay! Yay! I love that. See, it always works, you know? I always knew that I wanted to be somewhere where it was summertime, like all the time. Because you grew up in New England, it gets cold. It gets cold, man. And snowy. Yeah, I'm not good with that anymore. And Kim says, I ended up living in Lake Tahoe for 30 years. Well, there you go. Now you are the traveling lady that just settled down again. Because you were, I'm going to call you the little gypsy there for a little while. And now you've settled down and have some roots. Got some roots. All right, you guys. I love you guys. Oh, I'm feeling the energy. All right, you guys are also feeling some kind of energy in the mid back after I've talked about our shoulder blades. So now there's something mid back going on. You guys are feeling a lot of different things this evening. Just release and allow. Just allow this beautiful healing energy. Don't let it get clogged up anywhere. Don't let it hold on to any past grudges. Find forgiveness in your heart for the past and the things that have taken place. If not for yourself, you know, if not for them, definitely for yourself. Please, please, please know that. All right, right. And Kim says, I grew up in Sarasota, Florida, where I am right now. Isn't that funny how it's a small little world like that, right, Kim? Kim, when was the last time you were here? Oh my God, I just drove around today and there's like more buildings than there's ever been. I was like, I remember that was cows, and it's not cows now. All right, Ruth says, I would love a message. Woohoo. Kim says, selling my RV now, found me a tiny home. Way to go, Kim. All right, who else would like some messages this evening? We got about 20 minutes left, my friends. Ruth so far says she would like one. Who else? Who else would like a message this evening? Anybody? All right, then I'm going to just go. Oh, Pooja would like one. Absolutely, dear. Robert would. Okay, Robert. Robin says she would. Okay, Robin. You're on the list. Katie Dotson. Katie Dodson. Hey, girl. I haven't seen you in a little while. Kathy, what's going on? All right, Kathy Dotson. I have friends everywhere. Look at all you people showing up for me tonight. Love you guys. Love you guys. Kim Smith, I was there in 1986 last time. Yikes, that's a long time. Well, girl, it doesn't look anything like 1986 anymore. Not even close. You know where the Ringling Towers was? Now is a Ritz-Carlton. Oh, you get wind tunnel downtown now. They're trying to make us little Miami. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, you guys. All right, Devin would love a message. I guess I'm just waiting for y'all to pop in and then I'll just go bam, 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 bam on the messages. All right. Is that everybody so far? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. No, that's more of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you so far. 6 is our community number. All right. Lenka says already. Lenka says okay. Lenka will take one. All right, Lenka. Anybody else? All right. I'll check in after that. Lenka was the last one I checked off. So, all right. Ruth Saltman. Woo! Healing and releasing. Why am I singing that to you? Your soul is singing to you. Are you singing songs in your head? Or are you getting song messages? Because I'm getting soul song messages. So I don't know what that means for you. And there's a lot of healing taking place. Like you also had to go through that kind of purge last weekend too. Clearing out the body of whatever. I feel like a lot of us in the spiritual realm are feeling it in different places in our body as we purge stuff out. So I feel like you were assisting. Not all of it was yours. I feel like part of this is collective. I feel like we're all taking a part of it on for the team. Way to go, us, right? So healing soul song. That's what I'm getting for you today, Ruth. Healing soul song. I'm going to leave that with you. All right, Pooja. Pooja. Gotta say your name a few times. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? You need to appreciate yourself more. You need to trust yourself. You need to tap into your intuition. I don't know if you're meditating. If not, meditation would be really good for you. Getting outside and grounding with the animals and the trees is also important. I feel like there are messages that you need to accept into your being energetically from the earth so that you connect into yourself, connect into your higher self. This is about you connecting in with your higher self. So that's what I'm getting for you, Pooja. And I feel like August is going to be super duper important for you. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you. Well, Barbara Montgomery, how you doing, girl? Haven't seen you in a long time either. A lot of people are showing up tonight that I haven't seen in a long time. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Kim says, did I get a message when you were talking about me? No, Kim, I haven't given you a message yet, but I'll add you to the list. I'll add you under Lanka. Okay. And let's see and make sure I didn't miss anyone under that. Okay. Oh, actually, I was there on Annabelle Island for 2003. Okay. All right. Annabelle, that hasn't changed a lot. That's still semi the same. All right. You're welcome, Pooja. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I just did Ruth and Pooja, and now we have Robert. And then we have Robin, Kathy, Devin, Lanka, and Kim. And if anyone else wants it, drop it in the little chat box, and we'll give you a message. All right, Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert Myers, you have some ancestors that are coming through that want to talk to you, and I almost feel like they're gangster. I feel like I should be in New York, and I feel like, I'm in the 20s, and I feel like I'm just like gangsta talk. I don't know what all that is, but anyways, Robert, that I'm getting. So I don't know if you've been looking into your lineage, or maybe you're releasing your lineage. Maybe that class I talked about earlier would be fabulous for you since I'm going into lineage. But I feel like you're going through a lot of, it's like you're, all right, you're finally allowing God to steer your boat, and you're trusting more as you kind of like weave around this, I'm going to call it unfamiliar territory. Okay. And you are allowing yourself to trust in this more, which is going to bring better and great things to you. So just know that you are trusting in God, and you are allowing him to guide you now. And that was the connection that had been missing that finally got reunited. And that's going to help everything else make more sense as you move forward. So I'm going to leave that with you, Robert. All right, and Miss Robin. Miss Robin. All right, so you are unpacking and moving. What are you doing? What are you unpacking and moving? Why am I saying unpacking and moving? Why would you would pack first? Are you in the process of packing? Are you moving? I'm feeling there's some kind of move coming up for you. And this is going to be an advanced move for you. Like this is something that needs to happen. Because I feel like I'm looking at boxes and I'm looking at newspaper. Maybe you're helping someone else move. I don't know. But I feel like there's moving boxes involved. Okay. And this is really good for you because there had to be movement in this place because you've been stagnant. Like we can have all this stuff energetically all working for us and then have this one spot that kind of like, be stagnant. So I feel like you're breaking out of that stagnant part, whatever that is. You finally recognize what that is, and that allows everything else to grow. So now I see it as like this whole forest, Robin, getting ready to grow. It's kind of like if we looked in a terrarium, and you planted all these little plants and they're growing all healthy in their own little ecosystem. That's what it is now. It's like you finally get to live and survive in your own ecosystem, if that makes sense. So whatever your living situation is about to change. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to leave that with you, Robin. All right, and little Kathy Dotson. Kathy. All right. You are in love with where you live. You are in love with your life. I feel like there are some things you want to switch and adjust a little bit, or maybe fix or mend. I don't know. Maybe there's something you want to do around the house or something, or maybe, I don't know. But, anyways, they're showing me like on a river. So I don't know if you guys are planning a vacation or something, but I feel like there's a vacation coming up, even though you live in vacation land for the most part, But I feel like there's some kind of vacation or trip that's coming up for you, and you're going to have a really good time. It's going to be very eye-opening. They're saying eye-opening, so there must be something that you need to learn through this trip to advance yourself to the next step of whatever your joy is going to be. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you, Kathy. Just know more joy is on the way, and you're pretty joyful. You're always so joyful when I see you. All right, Devin. What's up? Devin. Devin. All right. Devin, my little farm friend. Devin. They're going to keep saying your name. Devin, they're painting all these lines around you. Okay, hold on. There's too many of them. But you're in this beautiful space. Actually, now that I've just done that, I feel like I'm in your fields. Okay, I always end up in your fields or in your property. Like I'm fascinated by your property. I'm probably gonna have to come visit it someday and be like, hey, we need to check out this area. But I feel like there's some, you're just like the happy-go-lucky guy. You enjoy what you do. Even your night job, let's say, even though you don't love it, you don't hate it, right? I know you're ready to retire, and I feel like retirement is not that far away from you. So just be ready to plan a little bit because you're still going to be a farmer. That's not going to change. But they want to know, how do you want to switch and adjust your life in that space that's going to be coming forward. Okay, so there's a lot of that going on for you. But Devin, also, I feel like there's someone that's trying to reach out to you and talk to you. I feel like this person is either a family member of some sort or related by marriage. I feel like there is somebody that is trying to reach out and have a conversation with you. And if they haven't yet, I feel like they are. So I feel like this is a heads up that you're going to be having a conversation with someone you haven't had a conversation with in a while. So I'm going to leave that with you, Devin. All right. And now is Lenka's turn. Beep, beep, beep. All right. I need another piece of paper. Lenka. It's so funny. You're just shining your light everywhere. You don't even realize what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. The master number is helping and assisting you light the way. It's kind of like going through the. That's so funny because I can make a joke about this, but even though it's not funny, but it's like holding up this like torch in the middle of, let's say, the swamp, right? And being bitten by mosquitoes. Okay, so they want me to bring that up. So there's something that was irritating you, like the mosquitoes, but you have let that go. Okay, so now I'm seeing like this bright light, like like when you see those four-wheel trucks that have all the fog lamps and everything on it, and they like light up everything. That's like you just walked on a movie set, everything's all lit up. I feel like that is how light you're feeling right now. Like you are being rejuvenated through this vacation that you're having, which is fabulous. And you're connecting in with a lot of roots here in Florida, all the little bebopping that you're doing all around. And again, shining that light because they just wrote your name and it's like all these 11 lights shining out from it. So you keep being the lighthouse, Lenka, that you are, okay? And keep sharing your information. You help calm some people down. All right? So, all right, Lenka. And then Kim is after that. Let me read a couple of these things, what we got going over here. Robin says, I have been getting rid of so much stuff I have been holding on to, even the junk in my head. Hopefully moving in the near future. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Kathy Dotson said, thank you. You're welcome. Devin says, thank you. Yes, you should visit the farm. Maybe you and my sister can. That would be great. I would love to meet your sister out at the farm. That would be a lot of fun. We would have fun. All right. And hello, Carol. CD 5380. I love that. I love that. Thanks, Ruth. Thanks, Melissa. Yes, purging a lot. Love and appreciate you. You're welcome. All right. Barbara says she would love a message too. Let me add your name, Barbara. I haven't read for you in a long time, girlfriend. It's been years and years and years. All right. Let's see what else. Who did I miss? Anybody else? All right. No, I think I'm caught up on that now. Lanka says, oh, thank you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Yes, Barbara Montgomery. You will be after Kim. All right, Kim Smith, you are now. So pay attention. I know you're out there still. Kim, you're shining your little light too, and it's good that you've kind of set roots down. They're pretty happy about that. They're also showing me like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm making something. Like, I'm making something new. I know you were into all the creams and all that, and I don't know if you're even still doing that right now, but I feel like you're making something with your hands. Okay? So I feel like there's some kind of creativity, some kind of artistic ability that's going on or something. Or maybe you like to talk with your hands. I don't know, like I do sometimes. But there's definitely, this is going to help you moving forward. And if you're not in a relationship, I feel like you can meet somebody. It doesn't quite work out. I feel like time is on your side. So just relax with the relationship of the next part, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave that with you, Kim. All right, Barbara Montgomery. What's happening? It's your turn. All right, Barbara. Barbara Montgomery. You have a lot of stuff going on. I feel like you've been very busy. Okay, so have you thought, I know you're in real estate, or I feel like there's some kind of something that's being added to that. I feel like there's additions. So maybe it's like you're going higher up the levels of like the education, you know what I mean, to be like a broker or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's higher education going on. I feel like there's some kind of change that's going to be happening in that realm, whether you open up your own little office or whatever it is, because I feel like you want to be your own boss. You know, I feel like it's time that you figure what that is, you know, because they're like, I see you sitting behind, you know, like Montgomery Real Estate or something. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a cute name. But anyways, I feel like there's something going on with the real estate stuff and adding to that. whether it's you being your own boss or broker, whatever. I feel like there's advancement. If you don't have investment properties, you may or you might. I feel like there's properties involved, like there's properties. Okay. And I feel like since it's been so long since I talked to you, I feel like there's been a relationship. I feel like there's been a breakup. I feel like there's been a relationship, and I feel like there's been a breakup. So I feel like there's like, and this could be with the same person or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's some kind of communication issue going on here. Like there needs to be better communication. So whatever that communication issue is. And I also feel like there's a lot of bright things on your horizon, because I'm seeing like, you know, like when we look at the most beautiful sunsets down here in Florida, and it's just, you know, kind of reminds me of the thing behind me. And it just looks absolutely amazing and so peaceful and serene. I feel like you're finding that within yourself. And they're also saying that it's time for you to tap in and trust yourself and your guides. You're very spiritually aware, but it's time for you to open up and trust more of the messages that are coming to you. Okay. And she says years. Okay, well, just know that that's what's going on. So I'm going to leave that with you, Barbara Montgomery. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Did I miss any of you all? Did anyone else want a message? Did I miss anybody? We have 3 minutes left. You have just enough time to put your name into the little chat box for me to be able to tap in for you. If not, oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, the communication, Barbara, really needs to be worked on. Woo, because it's confusing. All right. Carol. Carol would like one. All right, Carol. I don't know if I've ever read for you before, Carol, so this will be fun. And if I have, I don't remember. Okay, so I know nothing about you, darling, but I'm getting lots of joy around you. I'm getting that either there's something to do with a child, maybe there's somebody's birthdays coming up or something like that. But I'm getting like lots of joy through the month of July. So I feel like there's some kind of celebration coming up for you. And I also feel like you've been going through a purge as well. And I feel like I want to burp. Like, I feel like it's like, you know, like an energetic, whatever, let go of whatever I'd been holding on to or whatever. And it's time for you really to truly just release it and stand in your own truth and your own power and knock down all those things that have been like, you know, wrapped up around you. Because I feel like, you know, what it feels like. I feel like I'm a lotus, right? And I'm all just tight. I'm not ready to open yet. I'm not ready to open yet. I'm not ready to open yet. And you keep saying that, but then you're opening, you know what I mean? So whatever it is that you are ready to flourish with, it's time for you to step in that power and that energy and allow yourself to make those changes for yourself, because there is definitely a spirit on the other side. And I feel like it's a younger spirit that maybe never had an experience in this lifetime. But they're like this joy guide type person, and they're bringing lots of funny things to you and lots of joy. But that also clogs up your third eye. You got to clear that out. Just say, all right, it's clear. I allow all that energy just to flow through me and allow it. And you guys, that was our hour. It goes by so quickly. I want to thank each and every one of you for totally being here in the physical, the emotional, and your spiritual self, as we sent out that healing to everyone that desires it this evening. Every one of you watching, anyone watching in the archives or later, you guys all can participate in this beautiful healing energy, because we are love. I am love, you are love, we are love, and we are all healing. You guys have the most amazing week and have a great 4th of July. I'll see you July 5th. Love you guys.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.